Hello everybody, my name is RetroBoy03, and welcome to my video analysis of the recently revealed LEGO Harry Potter set number 75956 Quidditch match. This set will come with 500 pieces, 6 minifigures, and cost $40 in the United States when it releases on August 1st. Although it will probably be available earlier than that. This set is going to be an exclusive, I believe, to Target. It might be another store, but I'm pretty sure it's a Target exclusive. I know it's unexclusive, at least. So starting off, here we have the main image for the set, where you can see the 6 minifigures included are Harry Potter, Marcus Flint, who has an interesting broomstick I'll get to later, a second Slytherin player, who I believe is supposed to be, what's his face? Higgs? I can never remember his first name, but the Seeker from the first movie, although LEGO has him labeled as Lucian Bolt, even though he doesn't look like this, so I don't know. Could be either. I don't know. But anyway, then we also have Hermione, Snape, and Oliver Wood. We'll get more in depth on the figures later, but first, starting with the build, you can see that we have the 4 towers, and in the center, you have this area with the 3 Quidditch hoops, and there's a play feature where you can tilt Oliver Wood, your keeper, between the 3 so that he can block any one to keep the quaffle from getting in. I apologize for any loud dog noises in the back. I can't help that. But anyway, you can also see a stud shooter off to the side, which is how you'll launch bludgers. And then for the 4 towers, you have one for Slytherin that has a play feature to make some fire appear, like in the Philosopher's Stone, that I'll get to in a minute. The Hufflepuff Tower has the scoreboard. The Ravenclaw Tower has the megaphone, and really, I'm pretty sure those should be together, but you can do it however you want. I mean, the megaphone is a removable accessory, so you could just put that on any of the towers you want. And then Gryffindor has a secret compartment. You can see that there's the big stickered sort of window piece. We don't know what's in that compartment, but there's going to be a compartment nonetheless. Aside from that, you can also see that there is going to be a golden snitch included, a newly molded piece, which is pretty cool. The scoreboard, you can see currently on it has Gryffindor and Slytherin listed, of course, but you can also switch those out for tiles of Ravenclaw and Hufflepuff, which makes me think that at some point we'll get Ravenclaw and Hufflepuff Quidditch minifigures, whether they be through a polybag, a future Quidditch-based set, maybe battle packs or something, like get like 3 or 4 players from a team in one set. That would be pretty awesome. Or, what's probably most likely, I could see them including a player from each team in the minifigure series. Say, Cedric for Hufflepuff and Cho Chang for Ravenclaw. I could see that happening. But anyway, aside from that, you can see that there are some very interesting designs for the quaffle and, well, way more than 2 bludgers. I mean, the set comes with 2 quaffles as well. I mean, as you can see, the quaffles are a stud with a minifigure head, and I'll get more into why in a minute, but I think that looks fine for the reason they have it. The bludgers just being black studs, though, I disagree. I feel as though they also should have had a minifigure head on the end, and to make them, also look ball-like. I don't know. But yeah, and then you have a chest to keep your way more than 4 Quidditch balls in. And you also have a little stand for the Quidditch cup. There's a lot of stuff here, but I'm going more in depth on some things. Here you can more see the middle section, as well as the Ravenclaw Tower, just get a bit more detail on that. Really not much to see there, but the middle section you can see the stud shooter, and you can also see that there's a little knob in the back, which is how you're going to tilt wood in between the 3 posts. And that's just kind of a cool play feature. It does actually allow you to play Quidditch. Although, again, one-sided. I mean, if you wanted to have it on both sides, like have 6 hoops with both teams defending, then you're going to need to buy 2 of this set. which honestly I might, looking at it. Plus, that would make it so that you could display all 4 towers and have them connected to something instead of having 2 connected to this middle section and then just having 2 be randomly somewhere else. So yeah, so that's cool, like the idea. And again, this is a modular build. Like, the middle section is stationary, but then all of the towers have Technic pins on the sides. So you could just rearrange them, put 2 different ones on each side, connect 2 together. Like, there's a lot you could do here, which is pretty neat. And, like, if you got enough of this set, you could create a full circle of a Quidditch pitch, although then you would have way too many hoops. But anyway, yeah. Then, here we have a close-up on the Slytherin Tower with Snape and one of his face prints. This is really his alternate face, but anyway, and you can see the fire jumping up. That's triggered by a little play feature on the back. There's a gear you can turn to make the fire pop up. And I can't tell, but it also looks like it might tilt the figure back or something, or maybe pop them off. I don't know. I'm hoping it does more than just appear, because that would be a little lame. I don't know. But yeah, still kind of cool to have that feature at least. But getting into the minifigures, first off we have cute little Quidditch seeker Harry Potter. This guy looks so adorable. Like, the new Harry minifigure in general, which I've already talked about in the Hogwarts Express analysis. Go watch that video if you haven't yet. I really like the face print. I think it does a great likeness to Daniel Radcliffe, and the hairpiece is also good, but here he's in his Quidditch uniform, which is pretty great. As you can see, he has the little short cape, which I'm not a huge fan of how LEGO's using the much thicker, softer capes in this set. Like, I understand it. It's better for play, but it just doesn't look as good. But those are just my 2 cents. But anyway, I think the torso print is really nice with the robes bundled together. That's pretty good. And and of course the robes do cut off at the legs. But since Harry has short legs, there's no way to get around that. And you do actually have the sweater printed underneath the robes, which is a nice detail, since of course the last 2 Quidditch Harry Potter minifigures have just had him just in the sweater with no robes, so this is a nice change-up. I like it. So yeah, pretty cool figure. And here's another picture we have of him with his broomstick, but the reason I'm showing this is because it gives us a good look at his alternate face, where he is very scared, as any good Harry Potter should be. I mean, that's just beautiful modern art. Yeah, also, here's a better look at the Snitch. Really nicely molded detail on that for such a small piece. I mean, I can't tell, but it looks at the bottom like it won't even connect to a stud. It'll just have a little peg at the bottom to directly snap into his hand, like the little bar-sized attachment. Which is pretty cool. Glad they're keeping it lightweight. I really hope we get an extra Snitch in this set. That would be awesome to get 2 Snitches. Because then you could, give one to your Dimensions Harry. Or your old Quidditch Harry. Or just, find some use for it. Glad to have a new Snitch, nonetheless. The other player we have for Gryffindor is Oliver Wood. He's pretty alright. He has the Mutt Williams hairpiece he had on his older version, except now it's in normal brown instead of dark brown. His face is not exclusive. It's the standard face we've been seeing since 2015 with a lot of the Force Awakens sets. It's appeared on some Resistance troopers, some First Order ground crew, technicians and whatever. I think it's appeared in a couple of original trilogy sets. I think we might have gotten it for someone in Rogue One and someone in Solo, but I might be wrong about that. Most recently, it's been on Rinsler in the Tron set, but yeah. Honestly, I don't mind the face reuse here, since it looks determined, and I feel so it does have a pretty good likeness to Wood, what with the thickness of the eyebrows and the little thing in, but I can't really think of what to call it, but the little line in between them, it looks good, it looks accurate. The torso is the same as Harry's. Obviously, there's no printing going down onto the legs, because it would have looked inconsistent with Harry not having any. I've heard some people complaining about that, but again, it was for consistency that he doesn't have any leg printing, so it's fine. Yeah, same cape. Anyway, next figure is a lot more interesting. We have Marcus Flint. Yay! First off, he has a bowl cut, which I don't think is really accurate. I mean, I don't think the hairpiece he had back in 2010 was too accurate either, though. I honestly, I think the best hairpiece might be the original Harry hair from all the way back in 2001. That hairpiece that he had for years. But now, that seems like it might be retired unless we continue to see it on young Anakin Skywalker. And honestly, I think that hairpiece would have worked pretty well here, but a bowl cut is fine as well, I guess. I really like his face. I mean, they really went all in with the fake teeth. That's really cool. I really like his expression. He just looks so stupid. I love it. His torso is also nice. It's basically just a Slytherinized version of the Gryffindor robe print, but it's fine. And then he has the green cape. Just a single face on him, but yeah. Just wanted to make sure you know this. He does have a stud-shooting broom to actually shoot the quaffle. That's pretty smart, and again, it allows you to actually play a game of Quidditch. So that's pretty fun. Yeah, just wanted to make sure you knew that. The last actual Quidditch player in this set is a character that I think may have been misnamed by LEGO, because I believe this is supposed to be, Theodore Higgs? Is it Theodore? I don't know. Something that begins with a T. Terrence Higgs, that's it. His name's Terrence Higgs. I think it's supposed to be him, since this set is based off of the Philosopher's Stone. Higgs was the Slytherin the Slytherin Seeker in the Philosopher's Stone, so we saw him quite a bit. He was going up against Harry. And, since Malfoy's not included in this set, I mean, it kind of makes sense to have two Seekers. So that's what I thought, but then according to LEGO, they call him Lucian Bowl, who was a Slytherin beater, but he was the beater during Harry's third year. He was never mentioned in the first two books, and he never appeared in any of the films. I mean, he appeared in the Harry Potter Quidditch World Cup video game. That counts for anything. But yeah, I don't know why they gave him that guy. I mean, I'm just gonna use this as Terrence Higgs, but you can use it either way. He has spiky hair, same torso as Flint, and the face print, at first I thought it was exclusive, or in a new print, but it's not. It's just the Scott Lang face from the Ant-Man and the Wasp set. Honestly, I think it works better here than for Scott Lang. It's fine, I like it, it's nice print. Here you can see him with his beater's club and his broomstick and his alternate face, which is... That's pretty great, I like that face. Moving away from Quidditch players, though, here we have Hermione in her standard Gryffindor uniform. And yeah, I think she's pretty cool. Very simple printing on the torso, but it's very accurate and nice. Kind of feel as though maybe she should have had the triple molded legs so that she could have the skin color in between the top of the legs and the shoes, so it would look like she had her skirt. Maybe they could have just given her an actual fabric skirt piece, but it still looks fine, and it would have been pretty hard for LEGO to have made a skirt piece that could look good for a short-legged minifigure and not be too big, so it's fine. Face print is nice, looks pretty much like Emma Watson. The hairpiece is amazing. Yeah, good stuff here. And the last figure we get in this set is Severus Snape, who is not exclusive. He also comes in the Whomping Willow, as does Hermione. And I think he's a pretty cool figure. He has the same hairpiece as the one we saw in 2010 for that year's Hogwarts Castle, but he has a new face print. You already saw the angry side earlier on, but this is the more primary face. I really like it. He's raising an eyebrow. He looks just like Alan Rickman. It's good. Honestly, not sure if I prefer this side of his face or the 2010 Snape face. They both look so much like Alan Rickman that I can't tell. I think I might like this one a bit more, though, since it just has more personality to it with the raised eyebrow. It's nice. Not the biggest fan of the other side, though, but it's still fine. The torso print is really nice. It's simplistic, but it's nice. I'm glad that LEGO finally brought the purple back into Snape figures. That's been missing for a while, and it's good to see again. The leg printing is actually kind of funny, because at first I thought it was a new print, and I'm guessing most people did as well, but it's not. Those are General Hux's legs from The Force Awakens. Who would have even thought to reuse that print? I mean, like, I'm not angry. I mean, like, it's not lazy. It's actually just really smart. I mean, it's a rather nondescript print in the first place. It works for both characters. Why not use it? Honestly, I'm kind of a fan of that at reuse. It's a good one. Normally, I'm not a fan of when LEGO reuses parts on minifigures, but it really works here. Same thing with Wood's face. And, what's his face? Higgs's face. Or, I mean, I guess Bowles' face, maybe, but it's Higgs. Let's be real. It's Higgs. So yeah, a lot of good reused parts in this set. It's good. And for $40, I think this is a pretty good Quidditch set. It's definitely the most complete of the three we've gotten. Is it the best we've gotten, though? That's a bit more difficult, because there are a lot of pros with this set, such as getting the 4 towers, and actually being able to play Quidditch, what with being able to have the keeper, and the chaser with the quaffle, and shooting the bludgers, but there are definitely some downsides to this set. Like, not also just getting a standard kit of Quidditch balls, like would have been that hard for LEGO to have just also included a red Ed Technic ball and 2 black ones. I mean, I have them, so it's not too big a problem, but, like, if someone doesn't have those pieces, it'll be kind of sad for them. But, also another thing is just kind of odd how they include Hermione and Snape, but not Madam Hooch or Lee Jordan. I'll start with Hooch first. You kind of need Madam Hooch. Now, I think she might be in the collectible minifigure series, because they can't just do this without her. We need her for Quidditch, but it's just kind of odd to not have her in the first place. Like, she's kind of an iconic character, rather memorable, so it seems kind of odd that they would have put her in here. Especially when you consider that neither Hermione or Snape are exclusive minifigures to this set, and, most heinously, they're both in the Whomping Willow set. Why put them here if they're also in the same set together? Like, I'm fine with LEGO reusing minifigures from set to set. I don't mind them reusing minifigures. It's just annoying to see in the first wave multiple characters being used in the same sets together as a pair. Hermione and Snape come in both. And honestly, do we need them in both? I mean, like, Whomping Willow, yeah, I'd say so. Oh, here, though, I mean, like, not really. And seriously, with 2 more minifigures, I would have preferred to get Madam Hooch and... Okay, how has it been 17 years of LEGO Harry Potter? This would be the 18th year, actually. So, 18 years of LEGO Harry Potter. Obviously, there have been several gaps, but I'm just going to stop talking. 18 years, 17 years of LEGO Quidditch, and we still don't have a minifigure of Lee Jordan. You know, the announcer. I mean, like, I understand that he would be a difficult minifigure to make, what with his dreadlocks, his scarf, and how LEGO would need to make him with closed-up robes so it wouldn't fit in, but I really hope he comes in the collectible minifigure series. It would be so sad to never get him, since he's such a good character, in my opinion. Honestly, though, I kind of think he might be in the CMF, since he seems pretty complex for a normal figure, but he would be a pretty good CMF. Like, he would have a new mold for the hairpiece, he would have a new print for the Ninjago movie scarf, and obviously he wouldn't have fit in with the normal sets, since he needs his robes to be all closed up, which is something I could see them doing on a CMF. So yeah, personally, I kind of hope that that's what they do, thinking about it, because that would be pretty awesome, and if they do, then all sins forgiven, LEGO, but yeah. So, the minifigures are pretty good, although I'm not a huge fan of Hermione and Snape both being reuses from the same set. And I'm not a fan of us not getting normal Quidditch balls, but another thing, I'm fine with them only giving us 3 hoops, since it's like you do need at least 2, since you do need 2 people, a chaser and a keeper, to do that. So you would need to get 4 people in order to have it for both hoops. So I'm fine with not getting a second set of hoops, but I would have liked to maybe get like a section of just, you know, normal wooden stands as well. You know, to like maybe not 2, just 1, so we could have connected 3 of the towers. I mean, like, would have been real, like, maybe not even just stands, just have, like, little walkways. Like, just brown raised platforms with a little, like, fence in front so you don't fall off. And then just, like, you could stand figures there. I think that would have been pretty cool. I mean, I'm probably going to add that since it won't be too many pieces, but... I mean, again, it's just something, like, I think they could have included it. I mean, it might have raised the price a little, but honestly, like, if they included a couple sections of stands, I would have been happy paying $50 for this set, but... Honestly, that's the thing. I can complain about stuff they didn't include, but I can't complain about the stuff they did include. Because for what they did here, for what they did for a $40 Quidditch set, it's flawless. Good price per part ratio, great minifigures, great builds, the set's great. That's really all I have to say on it. Don't think it'll be a day one buy for me, although that's less because I don't like the set, and more because I just don't like it as much as the Great Hall, Whomping Willow, or Hogwarts Express. And that's already probably too much for me to spend on the first day I see these. I mean, that's $250 right there. Where am I going to get $250 to spend on Lego Harry Potter on August 1st, or probably earlier? Most likely at my local Target. I don't know the answer to that question. So yeah, this'll probably be one I wait on, but it'll definitely still be one I get. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I will see all of you in the next one. Bye-bye.